Okay. You can share.
What's up, Lucas?
I'm just here.
Lucas from Asunder's gonna entertain us for a little bit here. We got John in the studio. What's up, John?
What's up, guys? How's it going?
Good. We got Mike.
I'm always here.
Mike's always here. Amber says, is Mike ever gonna leave? She tells me that all the time. All right, well, we're missing some people tonight, so we're gonna plug Lucas in for a bit and let him go, because he's pretty entertaining, actually. So you do what you do, Lucas, and I'm gonna do what I do.
Okay.
And we're gonna see what happens.
We're gonna see what happens, buddy. I hear Tyler Miller from Dreck's gonna drop by, so this might turn into like drum wars or something. Yeah.
All right, sounds good.
All right, buddy. That was sick, dude.
So when did you start playing drums?
I started when I was about 4.
4.
I'm turning 23 this year.
Damn. So 19 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Explains why I can do this. Just by itself.
I have no idea what I was doing at 4 years old, but it sure as hell wasn't as cool as that.
Right?
John, can you toss me my Powerades on
Sure.
the board?
At what point did you feel like you were starting to get really good at it and it's something you wanted to continue doing?
I remember my first double pedal was the cheapest double pedal ever, and as soon as I can do that, that pretty much sealed the deal. I was like, oh, I want to do this for a living, and then see if I can do it on this. And then the day came when I can do the Huda, which is Think of Believe by Meshuggah. But I've come to find out that I can alternate it so I can do this.
Okay, so what got you into rock music then?
My dad.
Yeah? What's your first memory of having a favorite rock song?
That's a good question. My first ever rock song was probably Living Dead Girl by Rob Zombie.
Nice.
That's what I started off as, and then as years developed, I developed taste for different styles of music. Like, I remember, 6th grade, I got really heavy into Avenged Sevenfold.
Yeah.
So that's when I could do see if I can do it. Unholy Confessions. And my taste sort of developed, and now I mix all of my influences. The next influence I had was David Severa and Ray Lucia from Korn. That's how I developed the Ghost Notes.
Yeah.
And I said, as soon as I was still very heavy into the Korn when I first joined Asunder. Now, since I've known the guitarist, which he's not here unfortunately, I got heavy into like Shadow of Intent, Slipknot, Suicide Silence, just classic stuff. And then now my music taste varies on the mood I'm in. Most of the time it's Slipknot, but you'll see now most of the time it's Slipknot, but recently I've been getting into Sleep Token, so I can start doing the.
That's pretty cool.
So I can do the. So I can do
The thing.
Do the wow.
What's your favorite band memory?
Huh?
Favorite band memory?
David Barnes says Torn Asunder bass player is here.
He was the bass player that recorded.
He's watching.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he recorded.
Angela Hendricks says he went to see Ozzy at 9 years old and got told by his teacher that wasn't acceptable.
Yeah, that's a story. My dad took me to Ozzy, which is a funny side story. So I never knew what weed was until I went to Ozzy.
Okay.
So I go in and I look at my dad, like, what's that smell? He's like, that's weed. be okay, just don't smoke it. I'm like, okay. And it was between, I think it was Slash and Ozzy. So in between Slash and Ozzy, they were changing the stage. So we went to the bathroom, and loud as I can, I took a big old sniff. I'm like, Dad, somebody's smoking weed in here. And he just turned a pure shade of red. He's like, oh no, I'm about to get my ass beat.
That's funny.
And that was a good concert though. That was...
And he didn't get his ass beat, did he?
No.
No,
No, I just started cracking up laughing. Some guy was pissing all over himself. It was so funny.
Some little 9-year-old kid is like, Dad.
No one gets their ass beat over weed.
So let's hear some marching band metal.
Yeah, no, I can hear the marching band in you when you play, dude. I can tell that you've had like shit tons of lessons, man.
Actually, believe it or not, I'm completely self-taught.
Are you
God.
kidding me?
I'm not.
Awesome.
I took like lessons for like a couple of weeks, and it just wasn't for me because I can't read sheet music.
Were you on the drum line in high school or anything?
Yeah, it's weird because when Doug, who's our guitarist, sends me stuff, he sends me stuff with drums and without. And within like the first few tries, I memorized the whole song because I do not read sheet music. I go all by ear, I memorize everything.
Right on. Hi, Tyler.
What's up?
How you doing? How you doing?
Hi.
Thanks for coming out.
Yeah.
My guy.
Yeah.
Come on, bring it in.
I'm John. Nice to meet you.
I'm Serena.
Serena, nice to meet you.
We had a little bit. Tyler Smith just.
Miller.
Yeah, I know. Tyler Miller just walked in, and we were just explaining to him that we're missing a couple band members tonight, so we're just gonna mess around.
Cool.
Yeah, yeah.
We're gonna have a good time.
And Lucas over here is tearing it up. you
Hell
know?
yeah.
Yeah, and he's switching throughout all the different sets and stuff, and he kind of likes it, I think. Yeah.
He went through every single preset.
Oh yeah.
Every single
Hell
one.
yeah.
I swear.
Testing stuff. I just made my own kit, so
Let's hear the beatbox kit.
beatbox kit, okay. I gotta go into it, give me a sec. Here it is.
Okay, favorite memory from Torn Asunder.
Easy. First ever big show we played, which was a Pigweed, Dreams and Peril.
Yeah.
There was 4 bands on there, right? Dreams, Peril, Pigweed was the headliner.
Rage is my rival.
That's what it was, thank you.
Oh yeah.
And
Maybe.
I remember that was the first big show because we were going home that night and me and you were looking at it just like, was it 2 circle pits going on?
Yeah.
That
two
was at
two
Vivo.
opposing circle pits,
That
one
was at
right next
Vivo.
to another.
Of all places, that was at Vivo.
Yeah.
That tiny cramped room, yet those still, it's cramped. Quote unquote.
Fair. I mean,
It's not like a big outing, but it's some place you don't expect a circle pit to break out.
that is fair.
Yeah.
That is very fair. My favorite, I think, was from last October, our album release show.
Oh, that was fun.
It was-
I remember I had the 8-inch tom, and I think, I don't know if Dead Reckoning got mad or not, but I remember how the tom mount broke, so I had to reconfigure my whole
Yeah.
kit.
That-
I was so mad.
That was stressful, but we made it work.
Yeah.
Just like everything, we figured it out. We made it work.
Yeah.
So
Show
And-
must go on.
always.
I also remember that we had the 2 bass drums for the first time on our show.
Yeah.
No, that was the second time. And the guy at Viva was like, I don't have 2 kick mics, so I'm going to have to make do.
Yeah, and that's
And it worked.
that's all you can do is just make do. So you remember? So my favorite memory from that show is I think it was the second to last song that we played. I went out in the audience and I met my buddy Chance Miller.
Yeah.
Who is really good? Who is in with the guys from Dreams in Peril? He
Yeah.
comes to all the Dreams in Peril shows. But Chance, awesome dude. And second to last song, couldn't really hear each other. I go, Chance, you lift me up on your shoulders. Next song. I was just yelling at him, mouthing words, and he just like. And then he.
I remember that. You told me that story.
Yeah, I go, you me
Oh!
That's what it was. And man, he did it right at the right moment.
Yeah.
And did you notice that I was not?
No, I was focused on my drums because
That's
I was
fair.
looking to this for because that was the ending. You know, from doing the
Yeah.
immediately into the.
Okay. So you were busy. That's
Yeah,
why.
I was busy.
So Chance hoisted me up on his shoulders, and he ran me all around the entire bar. So from the gathering area back to the kitchen, or not to the kitchen area, but back to the bar. And back through. And I was just like, I'm either going to the hospital or going down in history. I don't know which.
I don't want it'll be down.
It will be down. Yes. But no, that all worked out okay, and I didn't break anything. So yeah.
So you guys got an album coming out, don't you? At some point?
So we released one this past October.
Yeah.
Second one is already written. We have more than enough songs for like 3 albums, but we're right now working on album 2, and the music is all written.
Yeah.
So I need to catch up on the lyrics, but the goal is to record fall and winter, and into early 2025, and go for a second release. There is a lot of things that I learned from recording the first album and want to do differently, and just most bands wait a little longer between albums, but for me, I really just I know what I want to do now,
Yeah.
and I want to right the wrongs from the first album. So we're gonna try to get that done.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
So fall and winter.
Yes.
Studio time.
Yeah. So a lot of the first album, vocally, a lot of it is single tracked. Actually, most of the vocals are all single tracked. There's a few sections where there's layers, but man, we didn't do enough with layers. You can do a lot of cool stuff to really fill out the sound. I recorded almost all those vocals in one day, and that was a terrible idea. Terrible.
For the whole album.
Yeah, that was it was a stupid it was a stupid idea. It was just
Who's that?
it was my idea.
Oh.
Bad idea. So the vocals for the first album were mostly done in just one day, and that was just I feel like the quality suffered a little bit because of that, but I just I know my parts, I want to get my shit done. And then the other part of it was like the whole, the guy that was recording this told us that he's like, man, most singers only do like 2 or 3 songs in a day. You're doing like 9. And so there's that. It's that ego thing getting in the way. It's like, hell yeah, I can do this. Quality suffered.
I'll say my jump tracks all one day.
Yeah, he did almost everything in one take. There was maybe 2 songs where
I had a double take.
yeah, he did almost everything in one take. It was shocking.
Especially with complex drum changes and stuff like that, and at the beats per minute that's going on in some of that stuff that he's doing.
Yeah.
And even when he wanted to do that second take, the first take was just fine. The first take, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The first take, like if he would have left that first take, it would have been just fine. Nobody would have noticed, and like it's probably, you know. But that's yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the kid's a machine.
The kid.
He is the youngest person in the band.
You're the baby.
Yeah, he's almost 23.
No way. You
Yeah.
are a baby. Holy
Hell
smoke.
yeah.
I'm 27.
Yeah.
Hey,
You're only as old as you feel.
There you go.
Oh, I'm 122 then. I've been rolled hard and put away wet.
Okay, that sounds fun.
Got its advantages.
Yeah, I can't believe it. I'm gonna be 32 here in the next. We're 30 days away.
John's like, oh no, it's catching up.
Oh, I didn't realize. I was like, I got like 3 months or
That's
something.
what gets you as
No,
you start thinking about it.
Yeah, I'm literally a month away from 32.
I got a couple of years before I'm 30.
I wish you had white shoes.
Just a couple.
It'd be so much better.
Yeah.
So much more
It feels
better.
like it's just
These are actually my drumming shoes, so.
That's the scary. That's
Oh, yeah.
the scary part that I
Yeah,
realized
I'm
was
trying all
super.
kinds of
I think I was either high or I was tripping. I didn't know which, but like I just had this realization that like time goes by faster because each year is a smaller percentage of your life. So when you're 10, a year feels like an eternity because that's 10% of the time that you've existed.
Yeah.
Hell
Yeah.
I
Shit.
realized that when I was tripping
That's such a
balls.
tripping thought, not a hard thought.
That is a tripping thought.
Man,
That's
Like
that's a good
That's-
thought.
that's
though.
true.
Like,
Yeah.
That's a good thought to think while you're
That's
tripping or
crazy.
yeah.
great. Now I'm gonna
That-
think about that one next time.
You know what's funny is we played. It wasn't last year. It was the year before that. We played Colorado, right?
No, I think it was last year.
Was it last year?
Yeah, that's right. Maybe because Will left right before it.
Okay, so last year when we played Colorado, I was ready to party, man. I was like, we left really late at night,
Yeah.
and I took acid. I took acid on the drive.
Should we tell the story about how every 2 minutes you're up and up, out and asleep?
Oh yeah, so
Doug.
we did a couple of shows. We did Fort Collins and then Denver the very next night, and very little sleep in between. And my guitarist was just like, "Okay, we need to get home. Let's just." Immediately after the show, we loaded up and we started driving home. And I was like, "Okay, man, I'm ready. Like, you need your rest. Like, we'll take shifts, And I just was sitting there in the passenger seat, like, "You take first shift, but I'm determined to be awake to like help you out." And I was just like, gone. I was gone, and then all of a sudden, I would jolt awake. I would jolt back awake, and I would hold it for a minute, and it'd just be like, done.
Yeah.
And that's how that trip was for like.
A good 3 hours.
Oh,
Because
gosh,
Doug would
yeah.
make fun of you because he
Yeah,
would
no.
look at you and you're asleep, look away for 30 seconds, you're back, he's like,
Yeah, because he was playing Iowa.
Yeah.
Is what it was. He was playing Iowa, so I'd just be like, man. And I never drove. I didn't drive once on that.
Doug is a fucking machine.
Yeah, I have never seen anybody do what that guy does. Both
Oh.
as a songwriter.
Angela Hendricks said 2 years ago.
That was 2 years ago. I felt like that was about 2 years ago. That's crazy.
That's crazy to think about.
I still
We need
think.
to go back to Colorado.
Oh, we do. I think that's my favorite run that we've ever done. Like, I want to move there. I want to move to the Fort Collins area. It's beautiful.
Small quaint town too.
It's got a small town feel to it, but
Yeah.
it is a bigger urban
I
area.
say, to be fair, we're in like a strip mall sort of deal.
Yeah, yeah.
So what's your guys' favorite venue you've ever played?
That would be you question. I have too many.
Yeah. For you, it's gonna be listing off every
It's
show.
like list every venue in
Yeah.
Wood.
No, my favorite venue that we've ever played it's called the Coast in Fort Collins. That was, I don't know if it's just the venue, but that was my favorite show we've ever played. Best show we've ever played was at the Coast in Fort Collins.
Everything was just firing on all cylinders.
Everything.
Yeah.
Like
Hell yeah.
the crowd, I think that's the best crowd we've ever had. I know that's the best crowd we've ever had, and that's why I can't wait to go back to Fort Collins. So yeah, definitely the Coast. It was, the place down in Eureka Springs was actually really cool.
Yeah.
The show itself was a little bit of a
Iffy.
yeah, it was a letdown. It is what it is.
Yeah.
You
Because
you go out like that, there's going to be some.
I mean, it wasn't even the venue's fault. They were just located in the worst possible spot.
Well, don't ever,
One
Eureka.
of those ones where you're playing to the other bands.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That's what happened.
I did a gig in Ottawa one time where as soon as we were about to go on, a severe thunderstorm warning came, and there was tornadoes all around us.
No.
I think it was Ottawa. It was way south over here. There was tornadoes all around us. There was 4 patrons in the whole bar, and the staff,
Uh-huh.
and us, and we did a 4-hour show with just severe thunderstorms because there was nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 dudes played pool and got the show of their life, and we got down, dude. And
I got something somewhat similar. So last year we played in Wichita. First time we played Wichita was at John Barleycorn's, and that was a great show. Phenomenal bands, phenomenal crowd. And we're like, yeah, I can't wait to go back to Wichita. So we go book at this other Wichita venue. I can't remember the name of it now.
I can't remember, but are you gonna tell the story that
Oh,
happened?
I'm going to tell the whole thing.
Oh yeah,
So-
it's phenomenal. It's hilarious.
So it was a 3-band bill. There was somebody local. There was us. I think the local was like Sundura or something like that. I can't remember. But there was us and then Malice Dextra from St. Louis. So it's set up to be a very killer metal show because Malice Dextra, they're very heavy. So we were just kind of waiting on them. We got there early. We didn't see anybody. There was a few people in the bar, and just none of them looked like musicians. And I was tempted to ask some of them, like, "Hey, you guys in any of the bands playing?" So I get told that Malice Dextra can't make it because their bus broke down. So they're out, and so we're waiting. And I asked the bartender, "So where's Sondora?" And they're like, "Well, they're not here." So the locals didn't show up. The other out-of-towners, no shit. The locals didn't show up. I know to this day I have no explanation.
Nobody said you never found out why.
Nobody said anything to me, although there were some red flags. One of them being that show got, like, I was the only person promoting that show. I was the only person sharing stuff about that show, as far as I can remember. So, the locals didn't show up, and nobody warned me about that. And then Malice Dextra broke down. So, like, we're here, we've got our stuff, and we played everything we could. We played for like an hour and a half to, like, I don't know, mostly the bar staff and these 4 dudes. They're bar staff and like 3 or 4 dudes that showed up. And they got the show of their life. Like, they fucking loved it. And every single person, staff and the 4 people that happened to show up, they all bought merchandise. They all have Torn Asunder shirts. And
that could have been a great show then.
Yeah,
for sure.
we made more than just gas money. Like, we made, that was a profitable show, actually. And I was shocked because, like,
Yeah, that's wild.
And
that's great.
and those dudes that showed up, man, they were cool. We stuck around and we just talked for a while afterwards. They were all really cool dudes. And as we were loading up, we were kind of parked in an alleyway. and I'm in there chatting with everybody, and Lucas comes in, and he's just got this look on his face like he's seen a ghost, and he's telling me, he goes, John, I heard a scream. What? What do you mean? Somebody screaming bloody murder in the alleyway. Like we need to go now. I guess, I don't know. Was it someone that got stabbed or something?
We don't know, but as soon as we left town, my mom looked up the news, and there was, what was it?
A couple of...
There was a murder, there was a murder-suicide,
Yeah.
and there was a few stabbings.
See,
Wichita's not a place to mess around in.
No, you don't fucking... man, I really love Wichita. Man,
I love it, but that bar was sketchy.
No, the bar, I mean...
The bar wasn't sketchy,
it was
the area.
It was everything around the bar. Yeah, it was everything around the bar. That was sketchy. But, and there was a mattress out there in the grass.
Yeah.
Like, I go, Doug, if we get a tour van, we can throw that in the back for Luke.
And Doug just looked, he's like,
yeah. There's literally a mattress out there. I wouldn't be surprised if there was like a little like cardboard cutout sign with just a marker on it. It's like free blowjobs or something. Wait, can I say that on here? Is that
but I'm expressing, what do you mean?
I can say whatever I want. Okay, cool.
It's your mom.
Well, it is. Yeah, his mom is watching. Yeah, my mom definitely doesn't care.
Man, that's badass.
Yeah.
What's the craziest show you've ever played then? Was that the craziest one then?
So it depends on. Yeah, that was a crazy experience. Let me think.
Like anything just
wild
happened in the middle of one?
I got a story for you. Craziest shit that ever happened to me personally was when we played the booby trap in Topeka. Yeah. So I feel like there's more stories. There's got to be more stories like this. I can't be the only one. And that dude showed up to both. Like, we played the booby trap twice in the last 2 years, and that same dude was there twice. Anyway, first time we played there, it was with. I know the guy. I know the guy's face. Can't remember the guy's name.
Mm-hmm.
Really good heavy death metal band. I think they're from that area. I cannot remember, but either way, we played a great show, and it's getting towards the end. We're starting to pack our stuff up, and there's a whole thing going on outside. So I guess they had an outside stage going at the time. I had no idea, and there was a very different crowd out back. Very different crowd. So I walk out, and this guy walks up and goes, "Ooh, who are you?" Because I was wearing a tank top, and I was sweaty in a tank top, and dude's like, "Oh, who are you? Where are you from?" I was like, "I'm not from around here. I'm a musician," and he proceeds to like touch my arm and stuff, and I was like, "Oh, okay."
That was you?
No, I know you're not that guy. I already know you're not that guy. That guy was a bit shorter. Also,
Than me?
yeah, the guy was shorter and skin was a lot darker. But anyway, no, this dude starts filling up my biceps. I was like, okay, that's enough. I'm going back to my merch table. I've got business to do.
Mm-hmm.
He follows me back to my merch table. And I'm sitting behind there. I'm like, I'm kind of cornered. This is bad. And he just.
I was watching this unfold. I'm like,
yeah, he was sitting there watching it.
good luck.
He didn't do anything. He didn't.
I was like, well, it's survival and fitness. Good luck, John.
Probably would
I
have
walked away
Honestly.
for a tiny bit because I went to go get some beer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You were like,
good luck, John.
yeah, you were like, this is awkward. This is making me uncomfortable.
This is making
right?
me uncomfortable. I'm going to go get a beer.
Honestly, I'm same. I would have just dipped.
Yeah. So I'm kind of like
Probably
cornered.
because I unplugged that.
I'm just kind of cornered behind the merch table, and I was like, fine, you know what? If I'm going to sit here, if I'm going to go through this, I'm going to try to make some money at least. So I was like, hey, bud, you know what? I pulled out a shirt. Like, you look really good in this torn Asunder shirt. He was broke. He didn't buy anything. So I was like, okay, that's it. I'm done. I started packing my stuff up and left. But like, the dude grabbed my nipple too. to. Like, straight up, call that I got sexually assaulted at a show. Like, that, whatever, you know.
I'm tempted to do the thing, John.
What thing? Yes. So I have a new appreciation for. Like what a lot of women go through when somebody comes up, some dude they don't know comes up to them and just won't leave them alone. Like, I get it. That's terrifying. That's very uncomfortable. I got a dude in my inbox right now who won't take a hint. He texted me at like 3 a.m. saying, "Hey." So like.
Oh, it's just probably a business call at 3 in the
Oh yeah, for sure.
For sure.
So-
Just friends.
At
He
5,
wanted to tell you about your car's extended warranty.
no, at 5:15, he followed up his "hey" message with a "sup." So I guess what I'm learning is like, there's even gay dudes that hit on people like boring straight dudes. You know, so it doesn't matter your orientation. Some dudes just are boring and creepy. But yeah, I just kept asking me what I was doing. And I just like, you know what? Today I'm taking my wife out. He goes, "Oh, you're married? Damn." So it's like, okay, he's not just lonely looking for a friend. He's trying to,
He's trying to hook up Johnny Crew.
Hey, Travis. What's up, Travis?
Our video is locked up.
What?
We got audio, but
Yep.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah, when that got unplugged, it locked everything up. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yep, I'm a bastard. I'm sorry.
It is what it is.
Yep. We can start over, but that's the only option.
the sequel.
The sequel.
You guys wanting to try to do anything with the track you might have or anything?
Like I said,
We was
if
talking about
do-
it a little bit before. I don't think we ever landed on anything.
I say if we do, it's just the click is going to go through the stream too. So I don't know if people would like to hear a click.
Right.
No, we can make it go just to you.
Okay.
You know what? Let's try it. Why not?
Then it's talking from the back of the track.
Oh,
the click
good.
in
It has a click in it.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I see. What is it, like 200 miles an hour? How fast is that click? I just gotta know.
Can you, from memory, play Replica?
Yeah.
Well, I guess we're gonna try it. So this is gonna be a new song off the second album, which the title, which we're gonna workshop. The title at the moment for the next album is.
But wait, how are we gonna play your backing track?
He's gonna play the drums from memory.
Oh, you're not gonna play your backing track.
No.
Oh, I see. Okay. And you're gonna sing?
No.
Oh, okay. Now I'm completely lost then.
Although
No more beer for Nick, okay? Okay.
I wonder though, because I have it with the
No,
placeholder drums.
you probably don't want to try.
No.
Yeah.
You say no.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just do it from memory. It's okay.
All right. Well, this is Replica.
Where'd the Jack in the Box come from? Is that you?
No, that wasn't me. That's been there.
Has it really?
Yes.
Well, this is the first time I've seen it, man. That is hilarious. I wonder who put that there. Who put the Jack in the Box in the drum set?
We'll have to review the tape.
Yeah. Wow, that's funny.
Do any of you guys have any crazy show stories? I mean,
Man, I got a lot of stories I probably shouldn't tell.
I think half the stories I've told I probably shouldn't, but
Yeah.
they're out there now.
Trying to think of one that.
Most of my stories, everybody goes,
Okay, it's the uncomfortable. Okay.
Oh, I got a good one.
Okay. Let's hear it.
So it was I had first joined the band, and we played one of the campground stages at Rocklahoma.
Nice.
And you know how that goes. They push things happen, and your set gets pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. And the band before us, I couldn't tell you who it was. I can't remember. I don't remember a lot from that night. was they weren't able to make it.
Mm-hmm.
So we were like, oh hell yeah, they're gonna move us up and we're gonna get to play a little sooner, and because it's usually what would happen.
Yeah.
They found another band, like, that was just in the campground somewhere else. They had all their equipment. They weren't playing any of the stages. They were just there. And they just
with
rolled
their
up.
equipment.
Yeah, with their equipment. And just rolled up and
That's
filled
a hell
the
of a roll
slot.
of the dice
yeah,
there,
yeah,
man.
no, I know. So
Yeah, came prepared.
but they killed it.
Okay, well, good for them.
And then after it, we went out and we walked around. We're partying, and we were drinking and smoking. And the next thing I know, I broke off from everybody else because we all went back to camp, and we're like, all right, we're done. We're gonna go to bed. And then next thing I know, we're waking up in the morning, and our guitar player is just in a totally different shirt, like a woman's small long sleeve camo weed camo, like women's tank top long sleeve shirt. And it has no idea. And he's like, you guys, what the fuck? And we're like, what the fuck? So that was pretty funny.
That's awesome. That is fucking awesome. I do have one more from our album release show last October 7th. So, man, I guess this could be like a multi-part. So when we're setting up the album release show, I've got it booked at Vivo, and I'm trying to find acts to get on. And you know, with my day job, I get up at 4:45 in the morning. I work 6 a.m. to 2:30. Great shift, but like I like to take my naps in the afternoon, and it's around 3 o'clock, and I'm trying to just unwind, get in like an hour nap so I can have the energy to do all the rest of the shit that I need to do for the rest of the night. So my phone starts going off, and I turned it over, shut it off, and I'm trying to go back to sleep, and then it rings again. I didn't really look at it. I just shut it off, tried to go back to sleep. Rings again. I'm finally like, what movie is that from? It's Chris Farley, where he's just like, for the love of God, just let me sleep. What movie is that? Black Sheep. Yeah, he goes, that's kind of what I'm like. So I look at it, and it's the manager for Dead Reckoning. And so I started talking to him, and he's like, hey, we're trying to make our way through the Midwest, and I see you have a show booked out here on this date. We'll be in the area. Would you all mind if we hopped on? I was like, hell yeah. So we brought Dead Reckoning's tour through Vivo in Overland Park.
That's badass.
Yeah,
It was badass.
it was just like I
Yeah.
happened to pick up my phone the last time. It was Danny D, and before that, it was other promoters from Kansas City. That was Amber trying to get a hold of me because I'm sure Danny had probably talked to her first. So like it was a whole thing. But I just happened to pick up my phone then, and we got that all set up. One of the bands that was touring with Dead Reckoning was called Sacrificial Betrayal, and they are from, I believe, South Carolina.
Oh dang.
They're really awesome dudes, because we hopped on with them and then went down from there to Eureka Springs. And Sacrificial Betrayal, they played, they killed it, and I didn't keep track of them after their set was over, so I guess they got to partying. And we did our thing, and we freaking killed it. It was probably the best show we've ever played, and we were the headliner that night. And the next night, we go down to Eureka Springs, and I start hanging out with the guys from Sacrificial Betrayal. Oh, it's funny. Their singer tried hitting on one of my girls, which was hilarious. And it was not hitting, and it was very funny. But either way, we go down to the next venue with them, and I saw them, was hanging out with them. We were all really cool, but they didn't talk much about the night before. The singer was just like, yeah, they threw me in the van, I guess. I don't know how I got there, but somebody got me there. So in Eureka Springs, we played second. Sacrificial was third. Dead Reckoning was fourth. Grimstalker was there. They opened. So we did our thing, and again, second night, we fucking killed it. And the singer from Sacrificial Betrayal was just like, holy shit, guys, that was fucking awesome. I was like, thanks, dude, I appreciate it. But like, you saw us last night.
Yeah.
Didn't remember anything. So he got so drunk that he missed our set. He missed me like riding some dude's shoulders all the way around the bar, being carried, like hoisted up. He missed this whole thing, but like he somehow had enough coherence to try and hit on this girl.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
That is hilarious.
but it was like, hey, you know what? I'm glad you got a new experience tonight.
It's funny. I thought of two really funny stories.
Okay.
Riding that drag.
Well, that's not as funny as these other ones. So we played the first one that I thought of was we played a show with Severmind in Tulsa. It was at the Ideal Ballroom.
Okay.
I can't remember who the other band was, but it was somebody, us, and Severmind.
Okay.
And we're pretty good friends with Severmind, and so we were crashing at the drummer's house after the show. And so we play the show, it was a good show, everything gets done, and we go back to his house. Now, we drove two separate cars because I was with a friend, and they all rode in another car, and they got there. And we got there before the drummer because his guitar player locked his keys in his car or something, and so they were trying to figure that out. It was the singer, it was somebody else locked their keys in their car. So they're trying to figure that. So we left to go get food, and we came back, and then he pulled in, and then he was like, hey, I need one of you guys to move so I can pull in and get in the garage. And we're like, okay. And so we back out in the street, and the second we back out of the street, there are, I think it was either 5 or 6 police cars just swarm the house. And they are like on us. So back up a little bit. When I got there, I was the first one there, and I misread the house number, so I knocked on his neighbor's door.
Yeah.
But they were having a party.
Oh, shit.
They were having a party. So I was like, oh, sorry, I meant to get that house wrong address. And they're like, oh, yeah, you're cool. And I guess they called the police saying that there was like some sketchy activity, and like the entire police department was there.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
And then he had gone inside to let his dog out. No cops came out, and just cops all over his yard. It was crazy. But they were just like, yeah, we got a call. And I was like, I don't know what to tell you, man.
I'm not from around here. I don't know where I'm going.
And they're like, oh, it's just a misunderstanding. Meanwhile, like, one of the other dudes is about to get in a fight over here with one of the cops.
Man,
Yeah.
that is a hell of a situation.
That was like, I think that was my first time traveling to that area too.
I've heard mixed things about booking in Oklahoma, so
I know some good places.
good.
I'll link you up.
Cool, man. You said you had 2.
Oh yeah. When you're talking about dude being so drunk, it reminded me of this one time.
Yeah.
So I won't name the bar, but we were playing a bar downtown, and with Crash Karma, they specifically reached out to us, to my knowledge, to be on this show. So we got on the show. We were direct support for him, and our guitar player had gotten roofied, and we did not know this. We thought that maybe he just had a little bit too much to drink, but after the fact, looking back on it and everything, like, so we made it through 1.5 songs, and then he sat down Indian style trying to tune his guitar. Dude, that was
In the middle of
the
the
middle of the set.
Oh my
It was
Wow.
it was crazy, and like I said, we didn't know what was going on because I've never seen him at the time thought drunk, and I was like, this is like ridiculous. How did this happen? But looking back at it, he went to the doctor because it was so bizarre. Like afterwards, and they're like, you probably got roofied.
I'm pretty sure I got roofied once.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I was out of town too. I was on
Oh,
all my stuff
fuck.
and everything. Yeah.
that would be
Yeah.
terrifying.
No, I was in Wyoming and I was on the road and they gave me a glitter beer where so I watched them roofie me.
Oh, fuck.
You know, and Yeah, I'm sure that. I mean, that's what I think it was. You know. You know what a glitter beer is?
No.
Well, they had a capsule with glitter, and they dumped it in there, and the whole thing lit up and sparkled and everything, right? And I was, you know me, so I was half drunk already, and my motel was right across the street, man. And I drank it down, you know, because that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. And I drank the whole thing, and I swear, I mean, I can handle my booze and stuff, and I didn't drink that much. I barely drank, but I had a buzz on. And then, but after that, I mean, I started going downhill real fast, you know, and I knew I needed to get to my room, and I did. I got to my room, and I slept till like noon and woke up in like awful shape, just sick and everything,
Yeah.
you know. So I know I got roofied,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, I've heard, and unfortunately, I've heard of other people, that not being an isolated incident at this venue. So I try not to book there.
Okay.
I got a story. It's not from a show or anything, but it is with current musicians in the scene.
Oh, yeah?
But this was like 30 years ago.
Oh, okay.
29 years ago. So Jay Casson and Joshua Kane Bowles, and I were at somebody's house on the
That's
4th.
Josh that came here and jammed?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're at this person's house on the 4th of July. I guess he was out shooting a gun in the backyard and everything. I don't know. We were toasty because it was New Year's Eve or 4th of July. One of the two. I can't remember which one. But fireworks were going off. So he was trying to disguise his pistol shots with it. Well, I guess after we had passed out or whatever, the cops were calling the house, and the guy that was shooting the gun is talking to them and everything. Well, pass out, wake up in the morning to the sound of breaking glass, and a phone that's duct taped shut, thrown through the window, and it's ringing sporadically and crazy like, you know, so,
Whoa.
yeah, I guess it was a field phone because the SWAT team was outside.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Yeah, so we come out, and Jay and I are both leaving the house, and all we see is cops in the trees, cops on roofs, cops behind vehicles, everywhere. And they're like, "Don't look at me, don't look at me." That was a fucking crazy story. Josh picked me up from the high school parking lot after that event.
That's insane. Oh my God.
I don't know whatever came of it, what the full facts were. All I know is a gun was being shot into the yard while fireworks were going off, and then I woke up like that.
Huh.
Damn.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, we were released.
Me and Amber got some cool stories together. God, probably like 1996. We were living in this apartment building, and it was a really rundown building. There's all kinds of stories to that apartment. But one night we woke up, bam, bam, bam. We hear all this banging around, and right under our bedroom window, there's a dude out. Right outside our window, getting banged up against it in a fist fight with two cops. And the three of them were just throwing down, bam. And this guy's really holding his own. He's got some fists, man, and with two cops even. And they ended up wrestling down and everything. But I mean, and we were looking out the window like this, watching this fight, you know. And turns out the next day we go to work. It turns out it's this guy that we work with. We literally work with him every day, and we didn't even recognize him. You know, he
He had his night outfit on.
I don't know. Well, he ended up being quite the criminal. We didn't know. But yeah, that was pretty. Another time, we lived in Denver. We lived in a really bad neighborhood in Denver. But it was funny because it was the total ghetto. Every house there had bars in the windows and everything. But the Keebler factory was like 2 blocks away, so the whole neighborhood smelled like cookies all the time. You know, you'd wake up in the morning, oh, it smells like cookies. Bam, bam, bam. You start hearing gunfire and shit, you know. And it was really funny, man. But anyways,
Very confusing.
yeah, it was. It was crazy, and it always smelled like cookies, you know. And this is about 2000, I guess, probably when we lived there. another night. I want to say it was New Year's night. It was a holiday night. I don't know which holiday though. I drove a cab though, so New Year's night I would have been out driving a cab. But it was some holiday night, and we had our bedroom had a huge bush in front of it, right? You know, and, it covered half the house, and we look. There's all this noise going on, and there's a gang fight, like guns and bats and everything, right in front of our house, in our yard, and there's like 2 people with guns and shit hiding behind that huge bush right in front of our window. We're looking out our window, and they're like right here, like you know, like that. You know? It was a crazy night, but me and Amber got a bunch of crazy stories like that. We've lived in a bunch of bad neighborhoods, I guess. But
I went and partied one time with, my wife and I went and partied with this girl that she worked with, who was a teacher. So we think, you know, what could possibly go wrong? Now I left. Yeah, I left.
Are wild.
I figured it out the hard way. I left. I did my own thing for a little bit. Came back to pick up my wife. She had called another dude over, claiming that they were going to have a threesome, and it was a whole thing. I walked in not knowing what was happening, and this dude just freaked out and pulled a gun on me. Yeah, nothing I could really do about that. He was probably 10 feet from me.
Mm-hmm.
wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, he had me at gunpoint for like
Oh my God.
what felt like it felt like a very long time. It's
Wow.
probably realistically only like a minute or two.
Wow.
So I mean, I had a plan. If he's like, "Oh, I can put this down. We could throw hands." I was like, "Cool, let's do it." I couldn't see anything, and I didn't see it leave his hands. So like, yeah, I just had to stand there. I stared him down, and that was about it. I took my woman and left.
Wow. Good jam, dude. You want to?
Yeah, I can.
You can, or you want to?
Both? Question mark?
Yes.
Neil Roach and Caleb Foster are here.
Hell yeah.
Sup, suckers? Old guy stories, yep.
Yeah.
You'll have them someday, Caleb.
Player for the Stacys. And,
Really? Okay.
Caleb.
And the only other band that I remember.
Did you get a workout in?
Yeah.
He's out of breath. Dang.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I was telling him about the meat project that I'm trying to do with Blown Away.
The what?
The meat project that I'm trying to do with Blown Away.
Oh,
Trying to
yeah,
make
the
it
thing that you want to do, yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
I think it would be.
I don't know. Every time I hear like a pop song, I just think it would
It's
be
not
so much
pop.
better if it was metal.
Yeah. Okay,
Josh Hendricks says, "Tell them how John found Luke."
It's
Yeah,
down
yeah.
for
Yeah,
I don't know if you
rock
want to stream that.
country, so
Oh,
it's like
you
not
won't. I
hard
don't think
to
you won't.
do,
I
but
don't
it's
know. Did that
definitely
audio make it
harder
out?
I don't think
I just
so.
tell it just to be safe.
I did
Okay.
start doing it, you know?
What do you want?
Which,
Want me here?
which story? No,
Oh,
you-
just-
Or
I was
how
reading
how did you guys? How did the band get together?
Oh, the band started. It was after I was done with college. I wasn't really happy. Wasn't sure of what I wanted to do in life, but I didn't want to be a teacher, and I have this education degree. I have a degree in history, so it's like, damn, that's useless now, kind of. So I wanted to try being in a band. I wanted to try one more time, and I was 25 years old. I got in with a St. Joe band called Moose Bite, and I played with them for a couple of years. And when Moose Bite broke up, I had started to write some of my own songs. We never used them for Moose Bite, so I was just going to record a couple of those songs.
Moose Fight was like that. Was that like grindcore?
It was actually like a melodic death metal.
Oh, sweet.
Melodic death metal, some thrash metal. Moose Bite has an EP that came out, I believe, in 2016 that we recorded in St. Joe, and
You sang for them too?
I did not actually. That
Oh.
was there's a funny story. So I came in playing guitar for Moose Bite, and we lost our singer because he turned out to be a meth head.
Oh, great.
Dude straight up told us.
Was his name Mike Riley?
No, his
That sounds like something that happened to me a couple decades ago.
Oh my gosh, no, it was a guy named Lawrence, but no, he told us before we went on stage.
Yeah,
He's
it
like,
sounds like
guys,
St. John.
I'm high on meth right now, and I'm just like, what? So we lost him. I wanted to be the singer and play guitar for Moose Bite, and to this day I don't know who made what decision, but like I was really practicing all those songs, getting down the guitar and vocal parts, and I was practicing 2 or 3 hours a day because I was
And
determined.
they let you go.
No, they brought in a guy to try out for just vocals,
Oh.
and I was just like, what? I don't know whose call that was. I'm not salty about it anymore because I mean it happened, but it led to good things, right? The guy they brought in is Lucas Munoz, who currently plays in Dreams in Peril, and he's actually turned into one of my best friends. Actually,
nice.
that is my best friend.
Nice.
And like, at first, I was kind of a dick to him, but like, if you ever met Lucas Munoz, he's impossible to hate. He's such a nice guy, and
Yeah, I know Lucas.
yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm a liar.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. Okay. I was gonna say, but no, it's just I'm not salty about it. It's just good things came out of that, But the way that I took it was a big fuck you to me, and I really started going hard with these songs that I had written, pre Moose Bite that I wanted to do something with. So I started a bedroom project called Torn Asunder, and I was going to do vocals and play guitar. And when I started the band, that is what I did. I did it for over a year, many shows.
Well, then why don't you play guitar and you guys do a song?
You don't have an A string.
I do not have an 8-string on me.
We got a Baglama sitting right fucking there.
Let's see. But
Acoustic.
But no,
anyways.
how Torn Asunder started to develop is a really good friend of mine from high school named Kyle Montgomery. He hit me up one time asking if I wanted to jam. I was like, hey, actually, I've got a few songs. If you want to come and so me and Kyle got together and we formed Torn Asunder, and this bedroom project started to turn into a real thing. We had a rotating door, different cast of a lot of different members.
What was the time frame on this?
This was 2018 and 19.
Okay.
We started playing shows in 2019, and we came in hot. We played in Aftershock, and we opened for Doyle, and can't remember. We opened for Doyle at Aftershock, but we came in hot. We were thinking 2019 was going so well for us. We released a single called Harmony. We released a single. It was actually we released it in like January, February of 2020 called Harbinger, and that song really put us on the map. And we did that whole song in Kyle's apartment, recorded everything. The drums back then were all just computer programmed because Luke wasn't in the band yet. We didn't have a drum. So we
shows like that.
Yeah, we had.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we called him Gerald the drummer. It was just a laptop.
Group Stalker does the same thing?
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Sometimes we set the laptop
That tracks.
back behind a drum kit and nobody would know the difference.
Fuck
Really?
drummer.
That's the thing. A lot of times people didn't know. Like, wait, you didn't have a drummer? Correct. Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, for real. So we were thinking,
Get a blow up doll and put it on the throne. And
oh, I wanted
that
to do.
behind it.
I wanted to do that. I never got a chance to. But knowing, we released Harbinger, and we're thinking, and we had a lot of talks about, playing in Des Moines, playing in St. Louis. We had a lot of cool things that might have, that were starting to come together, and we're gonna move beyond Kansas City. And we're like, okay, guys, 2020, it's gonna be our year.
Yeah, it was everybody's year.
Worst. I will never say that again. Like this year is gonna be no. This year will be what it is, right?
Man, 2020 sucked.
Yeah. So, COVID happened. Everybody was shut down. All of our shows got canceled, and some of my guys, they had to pick up second jobs. Kyle, my good friend, who was really he was the second half of Old Torn Asunder. He really made that happen for me, and he got a new job where he was really swamped. He had a kid during that time.
Life happens.
And Kyle decided to step away, and I found Doug Prokop. I found Doug, our current guitar player, because of one of our old members. He was just nice.
I figured out how to get it back again. Yay!
We're back on video.
But no, I found Doug because I was still jamming out with Kyle a little bit, and the songs that we were writing, we're trying to write, they were very complicated. They were getting increasingly complicated, and I was getting ready to go on vacation, and I got really nervous because oh damn, I forgot my guitar. I can't practice. I was practicing 2 hours a night, and to play these even more difficult, complex songs, it was so hard. I was not really having a good time anymore. And it was then that I realized, I was like, man, I'm not having a good time. This isn't fun anymore. I go, hey Scott, what's that Doug guy doing nowadays? He's like, oh, he's not in any bands, man. You want me to bring him to practice? Hell yeah. So Doug kind of became my new partner in crime for this. Like everybody else went their separate ways, and then it just became Torn Asunder became
Like
me and
Fleetwood
Doug.
Mac?
What's that?
Nothing, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
You said everyone went their own way. I said like Fleetwood Mac.
Kinda, yeah.
Right.
Like then Torn Asunder in 2021, it became me and Doug, and I stumbled onto another guy with just this brilliant musical mind that I've never seen anybody write songs like that. It's crazy because he'll be at work, he'll be texting me, he goes, I got a riff idea. By the end of the day, he's like, here's a full track. He writes
That's awesome.
He writes
it in his head.
He writes it in his head. He puts it into Guitar Pro, and then he has to figure out how to play what he wrote.
Yeah.
He has to figure, he has riffs. That he's like, I can't remember how I played this, or it's just this awesome riff that we get a demo of. Is like, yeah, I don't know how to play that yet.
Yeah.
But that's why we have at least 3 or 4 albums worth of material.
Wow, do you really?
Yeah, not all of it. Obviously, not all of it's going to get used, but none of it's bad. I've never heard him write a bad song.
Wow.
So, yeah, I quit playing guitar after Doug joined, and I did what I set out to do, and honestly, the crux of the whole Torn Asunder beginning, it was just me giving the finger back to those people who basically told me I couldn't do it, right?
Right.
That's just,
They need to.
Oh, is Amber here? No, Amber's here. Okay. Don't open that door.
Listen to how deep and loud that mark is. It's just cutest dogs ever. And Charlie's the white one.
They must have broke in.
cute. But yeah, that's kind of like a theme. Like, the reason I started the band was just to prove that I could do it. Like, y'all, it's just kind of a thing that's commonly reoccurring. It's like, y'all told me I couldn't, so I did. I did it hard. It's just
Harder than you would have had they not. So,
oh, absolutely.
in the whole Led Zeppelin story,
Is that a thing too?
Yeah, one of their high school coach said if they couldn't do it, be in a band, it'd go down like a Led Zeppelin.
Okay.
So then they named themselves Led Zeppelin.
That's awesome.
Huh.
That's crazy.
But yeah, that's how the band basically started up, and
No, that's Leonard Skinner. Their gym coach. His name was Leonard Skinner.
yeah, and he was mean.
Yeah, and
right?
they tweaked the name a little bit. Led Zeppelin, somebody like Ron Wood or somebody said, "Oh, they suck. That's gonna go over like a Led Zeppelin."
Yeah, okay, so I had the coach off.
Yeah. The coach was Leonard Skinner, and
Okay.
he just got I think he just died or something. He was in the news just recently for something.
Huh.
Got inducted into the Hall of Fame or something. I don't know.
A lot of the members of Leonard Skinner are gone. I don't know
Yeah,
how many of them.
Yeah, well, that's why
There
they
was one
broke up.
event in particular that really had an impact on that band, I believe.
Well, most of them all died together.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, like, for a while it was me and Doug, and then I get a Facebook message from him who I had in class years prior. He goes, "Hey, I'd like to." He's wanting to know if I'm still in a band, and I was like, "Yeah, we're looking for a drummer, and he wants to come try out for us." And he invited me out to his show, and then and there, I didn't need a tryout. Like, I watched him play once.
So what was that show?
It was at the Rendezvous in downtown St. Joe. I believe
Was it in a band or was it an event or?
he was playing in one of his old bands, called Ride. And man, the moment I saw him play, I was just like, yeah, we're ditching the computer. I mean, we still use the computer for all the symphonic stuff,
Of
but
course, yeah.
like, yeah, he has made those drums come to life in a way that the computer can't.
Yeah.
It can't. It worked for its time, and it was a good placeholder, but it's nothing like what y'all been hearing. It's funny, like, one time he missed practice, and we were gonna try to still do something that day, so we tried to play with Doug's like placeholder drums, and we couldn't do it because, like, we're used to his like transition, his cues and everything, and it wasn't there. We were all off.
Well, and also, whenever you're using a drum machine, it's very mechanical sounding. You're not getting a lot of the sounds of different heaviness of impact and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, and then even just like small little imperfections
Mm-hmm.
make it so much better.
Yeah. After having him for the past 2 years, I couldn't go back.
Dude, it's a fucking beast.
Yeah.
Once you go, Lucas, you never go back.
Shit. There you go. Man.
Yep.
I just
Look at my beard gets green screened. Yep.
Mike, did I see that?
Because I'm a Scottish
you were gonna do some
leprechaun.
stuff with Grimstalker going forward?
No, that was an April Fool's Day joke. Yeah,
okay.
because
Oh, I missed it. What was it?
so Brandon from Grimstalker posted the picture of my eggnog chugging thing from the eggnog.
Oh, I
chug.
forgot about
And
that.
he said that today he had chose me to be their new in-house beat maker and everything. And I shared it, and Goose shared it too. It was pretty
I
cool.
saw that. Yeah.
I thought it was legit. So,
Oh, damn, that just blew
but
up.
Yeah, no, you're kidding.
I repeated the text.
Josh. So Josh is his dad. And his parents. They come to every show and
Or tried to.
essentially every show,
That's
and
badass.
it's great. Like they help us out a lot, like running the merch stand.
That's awesome.
It's really essential. It's like I wonder what
Hi, Mike.
Hi.
Josh goes. The most badass drummer going. Ignore the fact that we have the same last name. No bias. Man,
That's funny.
I was gonna say I just with Brandon from Grimstalker. I love his attitude. Love his energy. Really
Very positive. I
Yeah,
love
he's a
that.
very
It's
positive.
important.
He's a very positive, supportive dude. And it's just one of those things where it's like I want to be better like that.
Nikki will like it better if you're in the screen, Mike.
Facebook.
What's that?
Nikki will like it better if she can see you.
Yeah. She in here?
I don't know.
She in the chat?
I haven't seen her.
But yeah, it's just Brandon's a great dude, and I love that positive energy. It's like I really want to get there. I was making a joke about how I get hyped up for shows, and it's all negative. It's all no. I will pace. I will pace back and forth like they don't know me. They don't think like I can do this and all this
Yeah.
other stuff, and then I just go out and.
Well, you see, that's
Ultimate.
real healthy emotion to feel.
Is it?
It
Okay.
is. Yeah, it is. But at the end of the day, as long as you know after you go through that you're there to do a job and you do it well, that's all that matters, man. And that voice in your head makes you try harder, in my opinion.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Yep.
definitely something. Like I try to model myself in some way after a lot of my the people I look up to. So obviously Michael Jordan, it's a constant thing. He just runs on hate. that man is out to he will make up scenarios. You piss him off, and he drops 40 on you.
Yeah.
I was the bottom.
And I'm trying to bring some of that to rock and roll.
Try.
Yeah, take that.
Well, it's working, man.
It's gone.
I can't say that I've listened to all 3 albums worth because you haven't released them all. But what I have heard from the one with the blue album cover with the skull and everything, that's I've listened to multiple times. So that's whenever me and Nick started getting more bands on, I was like, okay, let's check into these guys, and these guys, and it's just great how much diversity there is in the music scene.
Yeah,
And
it's
you
crazy.
can go one show to the
Yeah.
next, and it's completely
Oh, yeah.
opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
And they're all talented.
Drek said they're coming over next week. Did you hear about that, Tyler?
Who?
Drek?
I didn't hear about that.
Uh,
I must have been replaced. Shit.
It's like getting broke up. It's like getting broke up with over text.
That's like reading about it on social media.
That'd be even worse.
The
The band that you're in, and you're like, hell yeah, I'm in a band.
The
and
band that
They
you're in,
announced
that
a
you've
new-
been
they
together
remember.
since you were a child.
Oh my God.
looking for a new drummer.
The band that you've been playing with
Your
for a
job
decade
was
just makes a
posted on
post
it.
about
Yeah, just looking for a new.
Jay
I
Weinberg.
gotta text Scott now.
I'm sorry,
man.
looking for a new drummer.
Man, it's just being in St. Joe. It is hard to find people.
Yeah.
It is hard, and I used to go to shows all the time, partially to recruit. Be like, oh, you play? Cool. What do you play? How long have you been playing? And just I did get a lot of people in, and you know, people driving from Kansas City to St. Joe for practice. Didn't last. Didn't always
I tried
last.
to jam
but-
with some people out in Excelsior Springs.
Mhm.
I did 2 jams, and I had a Mustang, and I had to carry my kit.
Ooh.
Oh my
It
god.
wasn't the same. It was the same kit, but it was obviously very different than it is now. But
Yeah.
I did two times. And I was like,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah,
I get
is
that.
no more of
Yeah.
that.
That's it
Yeah.
for me. So before we
Basic
got,
Kansas.
before we had Luke,
Excelsior Springs.
we did actually try out another drummer, and that was a whole thing, man. He came up to St. Joe one time. He was from the Kansas City area. Came up to St. Joe and set up his kit. He's like, man, the guy can play. He was a little bit of an older dude, but he definitely had it. He's definitely a good player, but he was talking about how we should practice at his place because he has a really good sound system set up. Like, the setup would be much better. So I was like, okay, let me go over and check it out. I get in there and I open the garage door, or he opens the garage door. It's like, man, rebel flags everywhere.
Oh boy.
And I was just like, maybe he's just a really big Pantera fan. And then I saw a piece of memorabilia that was like property of the Confederate States of America. I was like, a really big Pantera fan. And then he just casually he drops the N word. And I was like,
Oh wow.
Imagine just casually.
I was just like, no, I can't put this guy. I can't give this guy a mic. Like, no, I can't. No, I can't. You really can't. I was just like, no, we can't do this, man. And you know, he ended up having to, you know, travel for work. So I was like, you know what, man, you got to go out and make that money. Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
I'll catch you on the next one.
Yeah, I think that's why he just opens the garage door and it's just a sea of orange and blue, and I'm just, yeah.
Wow.
It's like, man, you know what? But he was the next guy. So, you know, a lot of the things that didn't work out for the best.
That whole universe thing, you know.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
It's unfurling as it should, whether you like it or not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Honestly, it's for the best. Like, a lot of the things, like, you sound fucking badass, man.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. We got lucky enough to get on this tour this year, and we're all really excited for that. But, you know, aside from the tour, like, we don't have much, and a lot of stuff is just, there are things that have fallen through, and just all 3 of us have personally been hit hard with whatever it is, like illness, family issues, just you name it. It's been a rough year.
And get all the shit out of the way, and you got clearer skies ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a really rough year in that sense. It's like, with all the bad shit going on, I haven't felt like I was able to book anything, and we're gonna I was really hoping that we could do this tonight to get me playing something so I could get my mind right to go perform and go on tour and everything. But I guess my first show of the year might end up being the first show of the tour, so we're gonna make it work.
Well, trial by fire.
That's all you can do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
You know
this.
how that is.
Like our first show is in Corpus Christi, Texas, and then we're going to Houston after that, and just all along the South Coast. This is very long drives, and it's going to be a thing where it's like, are we really cut out to do this?
Well, you'll find out.
We will. We will.
There's only one way to find out.
Yeah, are you gonna all carpool and get a van or something?
It'll
For gear?
Yeah. So.
A nice big van and a trailer.
So the Kia Sorento out there.
Yeah.
There's really only 3 of us. I mean, if we have a bass player, you know, we may, if we have someone going with us at the time, there's 4. My Kia can seat up to 6. Might take, you know, if we have to take a 5th person with us to run merch and everything, it's doable. So like that Kia took us to Colorado and everything. So I mean, how I got that car was I actually got in a really bad car accident about 2 years ago, and I was like, yep, I need to buy a car. and I had just happened to find that thing. I was like, you know what, that could be a halfway like respectable band vehicle. So I wrecked my old car and upgraded, and now we have a band vehicle.
Awesome. That works out.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just sometimes things that don't work out do end up working out. Like,
Well, that saying, when one door closes, another one opens.
right. Yeah.
Well, shit, it's been a hell of a night.
Yeah, I mean,
It's been fun getting to know you guys. It's been fun getting to hear this guy go nuts.
Dude. Fuck yeah.
yeah, man. Thanks for having us on. Like, I know some stuff happened, but like, this is what we try and do. It's like we try to make stuff happen, no matter
Yeah.
what. This is just I've put it in. It's in, the message is in the music, and we're trying to live it. It's just overcome. That's all life is. It's hard.
Yeah.
It sucks sometimes, and you just have to overcome things.
So, everybody out there tonight, this was Torn Asunder. This is John and Lucas. And you should check these guys out, man. You're on Spotify, you're on YouTube, you're on all the places, right?
Yes, we're on streaming platforms I've never heard of.
Yeah. So we didn't get the opportunity to hear them in their full glory tonight, but you guys could definitely look into it and check into it for yourselves, and keep an eye on them for some shows. Follow their Facebook page too.
Should I do an ending drum solo?
Absolutely.
Might as well, right?
Right?
Yay!
Let's find this.
Yeah.
You ready, Nick? Or can we just do it right here? You want to do it? Just do it this way. All right. Let's see here.
You gonna list the bands?
I'm working on that currently.
Well, right on, everybody. Thank you, Torn Asunder. Half a Torn Asunder.
2/3.
2/3. Thank you, Tyler Miller, for coming out. From Drek.
Yeah, dude. It was nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you,
chill
man.
with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody, check out Torn Asunder.
Fucking.
And Saturday night, you should tune in to Fatally Live, or actually drive up to St. Joe. Go to High
St.
Top
Joe.
Lounge, man.
We're
Come
in
on
St.
up and
Joe with Face Milter.
Yeah, man, there's Mooncaller, Sinful, Sock Goop, Tratura, Psycho Mismatch, Rages My Rival, Space Jockeys, and us, Fatally Live, will be there.
Yep.
So come on up there, and if you can't make it, we get it, but tune into Fatally Live to watch.
Starts at 4 Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday
Till 11.
till 12:30.
Oh, till 12:30.
Yeah,
Woo!
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, everybody.